Come to djmcree.net and get 50% off of anything that you want on the website. That means preset banks, drum kits, all of that stuff using this code that's on the screen. Just visit the store and check out some of our fine products and you will get 50% off using the code that's on the screen. It's that time again. Let's talk about the top 5 laptops for music production and recording.
Traptendo.
What is going on, guys? So I know y'all love this annual video series and I thought about doing it more often, but around Black Friday and around like back to school is usually the time where laptops see a dramatic price drop. And I want to make sure that I do these videos in adequate time so that way you do not spend like $200 on a piece of crap and you also get the most out of your performance from your laptop as well. So I will give you some tips and the links will be in the description box, and let's go ahead and do that and I'll tell you some other stuff as well. Even though I have all the links in the description box, I want you guys to make sure that you can go out and see these laptops in action on display and play with them. I do recommend that for any laptop or desktop computer that you're going to buy. Make sure that you have a hands-on experience with them so that it fits your needs, because I don't know your needs like that, but I'm just showing you the best laptops, I think, the best deals. So with that, at $449.99, this is probably the highest rated laptop on the interwebs, and I did do my research on this, but in particular on this website is one of the reasons why. And at $449.99, it's hard to argue with a 15.6 gaming laptop, even though I don't like the processor. I don't like AMD processors. A link will be in the description box for those who want to argue with me about Intel over AMDs, and you'll see why Intel processors cost more, and it has a lot to do with compatibility issues with peripherals and so forth when it comes to dev kits. Also, 8 gigs of RAM, I did say something about that before, and it's not that bad. It is upgradable because I've done my research. A GeForce GTX 1050, so it's a 1080p high definition laptop. I can say stuff about the display, but I will just save it, keep it to myself. Other than that, another slight con, 256 gigabytes of solid state drive, which is low. But again, if you do register your laptop with the company like Hewlett Packard, you can probably get a Windows 10 backup for your computer, so therefore you can just upgrade the hard drive for about $200 to like the Samsung Evo, and you can get something banging for your buck. When I look at this, the only thing I have a issue with, but other than that though, I have tested out, I do like the keyboard itself. It has space in between the keys, has good key travel, it has a numpad, which is important when you do your presentations online. When you stream online, you can put your scenes on your numpad like how I do, so you can be very diverse when you do like podcasts and stuff like that. The graphic card will work very well with OBS, and that is important because you're not going to be the guy that just makes beats. You're going to do YouTube videos and stuff like that, and it's the only time I want to reiterate that, because all the laptops I'm going to cover is going to be great for recording and music production and for full presentations like these that you're watching right now. And you know, when I scroll down, there are some cons, I do believe, as far as the specifications, but there are a lot of pros. For the price point, it is really good. And for the fact that you can upgrade it is really, really good. One of the things, the USB ports, you only have 2 USB ports, and it is one 2.0, and then the other one is a 3.0. And then you have, and a lot of you guys are gonna be like, but you have a Type-C port, which means that you have more expandability in the future. And of course, an HDMI port, because why would a laptop not have it now? So that is really huge for the price point, and you'll see why a lot of people will go on it. This is just my honorable mention, by the way. The next laptop, of course, is the ASUS 15.6 gaming laptop, the Intel Core i5, 8 gigs of RAM. This is upgradable, and the price point is $579.99. As you can see, a gang of people love this laptop, and it's because of the GTX 1650 on there, which is the most recent gaming graphics card. I didn't want to say gaming card, graphics card. And then you have 512 gigabytes solid state drive. I know the true vision, the dream is to have a Core i7. Yes, I absolutely understand that, but you can't knock Core i5s when they're in the 9th gen. It's much faster than my i7 right here, which is a 4710 HQ. And you can see all the stuff that I'm able to accomplish on this channel right now at the quality. I do believe that the specs is where things get a little iffy but at the price point, you know, it's like, what? Who really cares? One thing I will say though is that it does have 3 USB ports, which one of them is 2.0, the other ones are 3.0. It does not have a Type-C port, and that's very disappointing. But then again, that will be a killer deal. But I would pay $100 more if they would add a Type-C port. Damn it. And then you have HDMI. The next one is the Acer Nitro, which I've talked about this one before. I even showed it off on this channel before. My only issue with this one is the ugly keypad that they have on here, and they did their darndest to kind of fake to not show it on the website. Ugh, this is horrible. It's very untactile. Ugh, it just looks like a hot mess. But other than that though, when we get into the specs, you'll really respect it for what it is. Again, a Core i5 9th gen and then 8 gigs of RAM. It is also upgradable at the price of $729.99. So that's actually a really good deal. 1050 graphics card. So it is high def and it is a really good graphics card for what it is for right now. The biggest issue probably might be the solid state drive being 256 gigabytes. And that's kind of hard to look at that and have the same respect for that Nitro as you would for this ASUS right over here. So anyways, we're going to go ahead and go into number 3 because that's where the price jump gets up there and where people are probably going to leave this video. And that is this one right here, which is $1199.99. Yes, I did say the price jump is going to get up there. So we have a Core i7. This is the first one we're covering right here at 16 gigs of RAM. So we have all the great expectations of what you will want. A GTX 1660 Ti with a 512 gigabyte SSD. So it has all of the smoking stuff. It wants all the smoke. So this Dell laptop here, it is lacking in one thing, and it is sad. And it's the ports. It does have 4 ports, but you have 2 USB 2.0 Type A ports. Boo. And then you have a USB Type-C port. You have one of those, so that is a double thumbs up. And then you, of course, a HDMI output, and then you have a USB 3 Type A port. One though, that's kind of sucks, but at the same time, given that its front deck specs are incredible. So coming in at $899.99 is this ASUS, but this one is a 17.3 inch laptop. So you have a lot of screen real estate, but you're going to give up a lot of space. It's going to be really huge. So keep that in mind, but you cannot ignore that it's a Core i7 at $899.99 and also at 16 gigs of RAM, and it's upgradable, a NVIDIA GTX 1660 Ti. So that's really good. And 512 gigabytes of solid state drive. Hard drive. So you have the best of the best right here. And also it looks really good. I don't know. I'm just a huge fan of ASUS. And when you have an experience with a laptop for a very long time, you kind of recommend it because you really like what you have going on for it. So one of the things I do like about it is the keyboard. Again, the keyboard is really good because I do like my ASUS ROG keyboard. I'm very comfortable with typing the way it is right now. I like the trackpad on the ASUS because it reminds me of like if I was an Apple head coming over to the PC world or the Windows world, I would be very comfortable with it. What I really like about it is this right here, if I can get to it. So what I'm trying to do is click on this and I'm going to drag it down. It's acting crazy on me. There we go. So one of the things I do want to point out is the fact that it has your Ethernet port back here. So it's good for hiding wires when you have these ports back here. And I really like it because of that. And then it looks like the HDMI port is back here. And also you have a USB Type 3.0 or Type-C back there. And that looks really good. I ain't gonna lie. I really like the design of it too. As you can see from the top and the bottom. I probably might go over there to Best Buy and check it out. And we're gonna look at it a little closer. I'll probably do that in another video. Goodness gracious. But yeah, this is my top choice right here. And that's why it's a little higher and it's a little lower in price. But let's go ahead and see if there's anything bad about it, that other than the fact that it might be a little too big for a lot of people. So looking at the ports here, of course, you have a headphone jack. The number of USB ports is 3. So that is a bit of a womp womp womp. So yeah, because I have 4 ports on my older one right here. And you know, You do have a Type-C port. That's the good thing about that. So you do have expandability, and you have, and of course the HDMI port. So that's really good. We're gonna go up here and we're gonna see what the specs are here. And it is a Intel 9th generation Core i7. So that is really good for the price point. Holy crap. Last but not least, I have an MSI laptop here. And I know a lot of you guys like MSI laptops because of your heroes in the music production world. But other than that though, the gaming laptop here is a Core i7. So you got the tippity top processor, and then you also have 16 gigs of RAM. I did check, it's not upgradable from that point on. That's unfortunate, but it does have a GTX 1660 Ti, so it will be able to handle all of your audio visual needs. If you do video editing as well as you do music production, then it's really good. Of course, you're going to stream, you'll be able to do that. And then it also has a solid state drive at 512 gigabytes, so that's pretty standard here. The only thing that's not standard is that damn price. And there's also no other pictures of it too, and that's unfortunate. So let's go down here and see what the specs look like. So the first thing I'm going to look at is the ports, because it has to have the ports that you need. And so the number of USB ports is 3, and the number of USB 3 ports type A is 3. So that is really good. So the number of USB type C ports is 1. So wow, that is actually very impressive to have that many 3.0 type A ports and then have a type C port. God dang it. So it kind of justifies the price, and HDMI port, of course. Let me know how you feel about this video. I definitely want to hear from y'all in the comment section. I don't want to hear you guys talk about another laptop out of the ones that I picked, because I picked these laptops for a specific reason. I want to focus on things that you probably won't know or understand yet until you get into them, like streaming and music production at a certain level, DJing and all that. So every last one of those laptops that I picked out have that type of quality to it. So I just want you guys to understand that. And also, some brands do suck, in my opinion. But other than that, let me know how you feel. We're out of here.
Nintendo.